Official Wrestling presents Marking Out. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new episode of Marking Out. I am your host Kieran, and my guest at this time is someone who, quite honestly, I would not have anything to do with British wrestling whatsoever if it was not for this man who joins me at the moment. And it is the one and only Mr. Dan Evans. Dan, thanks for joining us.
Hey.
How's it going?
I'm alive.
Well, that's a start. So what we're going to get you to do is we're going to get for the icebreaker for anyone who hasn't seen you, and if you haven't, what have you been doing with your life? But we're going to get you to do your wrestling profile. So to explain it in full, I already explained it to you, but what we're going to get you to do is to give, if you go to a WWE tour, you'd buy a program and there'd be all the different pictures on there, and at the top corner there'd be their profile. So what I'm going to ask you to give me is your name and any nicknames you may have, your weight, height if you want to, hometown, and your finisher. So,
cool.
On far away.
So my name's Dan Evans. I go by many different nicknames depending how I feel on the day. So
I think you've asked me for a couple as well.
Yeah.
And I'm not at liberty to repeat those nicknames, but you've asked me for some. Yeah, I can't even remember. I think it was my first show at Coventry, and you and Bert said, "Yeah, so you're going to announce us from the," and it was
the Planet Big Bollocks, wasn't
something like that. And I think I ended up going to Phil. I was like, "Do you want me to say this?" And Phil just went, "Yeah, no."
it? The greased up sex monkeys from the Planet Big Bollocks, I think it was.
That's an incredible memory. But so that's so many different nicknames. Height and weight if you want to.
Weight, probably about 206 right now. Kind of a heavyweight.
Big boy.
Just about.
Big strong boy.
Hey, I was like 230 last year.
True. Been solid. Hometown?
Liverpool.
And your finishing move?
Well, I invented it. I kind of like stick the arm through the legs and kind of like a pump handle and drop them on my head. So
nice. Have you got a name for it?
Again, I can't probably say it on a podcast. I just call it whatever I feel like on the day.
You can say it on the, like this is R-rated.
Yeah,
over 18.
If I say something, then it might potentially dampen future chances because
okay. I get
name
you.
moves off sex offenders isn't a good idea.
Yeah, fair play. All right, so first question I'm going to put to you is, how did you get your start in professional wrestling?
The truth of a lie.
Preferably the truth, but I mean, tell both. Fuck it.
I was trying to come up with an elaborate lie. I was just thinking that. I can't even think of anything. The truth. About 10 years ago now, I was backyard wrestling, and I used to upload it onto YouTube, thinking I was proper boss. We got up to like 30 something episodes on YouTube. Luckily, I've taken them all down. Can't find them. But I put them on MySpace at the time, and someone saw them and said, "Oh, you should come to a wrestling school and learn how to wrestle."
All right.
And that was Zach Gibson.
So
I went along to that wrestling school for a bit. Then me and Zach decided that we wanted to go to Future Shock, so we could get more wrestling experience. So we went there, and then that's basically how I learned how to wrestle.
And you went from there. Fair enough. So I've known you for, I was going to say 4 years. 4 or 5.
I'll say 5 because that's what I tell officially to people.
Yeah, 5 years.
Documents.
But in that time, I know you've bounced around the place. You're now wrestling for Mega Slam as well. What accolades in like all the titles and everything?
Accolades.
What have you won? I don't think I've ever, because obviously I know
Mega Slam Championships is right behind you.
Right behind me. Very nice. So there's the Mega Slam heavyweight.
Actually, I haven't won that much. I don't think. RWA Tag Team Champion, RWA Heavyweight Champion, BWP Rookie Championship, Tag Championship, CPW, whatever it was called, Next Gen Belt, Mega Slam Belt. I'm sure I've won some more.
Haven't you won the heavyweight one at Coventry as well?
No, there's a Next Gen one I held.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I'm sure I've had some more. You get to a stage where you don't really remember what you've done.
Yeah. Unless you're like one of the people who likes to mark everything else down.
Yeah, I do have a list of my matches in that cupboard there.
Uh-huh.
But then I got bored after like 6 years, so it goes up to match 300.
Fair enough. It's like I too far. I'd look like that. I was like, it got to like 2 years into doing ring announcing. I was like, I should probably start documenting these things. I could have commented on like or like announced somebody to the ring, and I'd never have known. Like,
Well,
you know what I
if we
mean?
just do show on DVD, so you can check all.
Oh, I
those
can
off.
go back and check. This is good. And then it's the BWP ones that I've got to, because I've got to find. My job, I've got the BWP network, so I'll have to go back and check.
Good network. You should. Everyone should subscribe for BWP network.
You should. It's
I
cracking.
think it's $6.99.
Something like that. And cheap plugs. All right, moving on to more general wrestling ones. The one that I don't think enough people ask this question.
Oh, God.
I think it's a great question. What's the best venue you've ever wrestled in?
Isle of Man. That was actually a really good question.
The Isle of Man.
Isle of Man was the best show I've ever done in my life.
What was
It's
so good about the Isle
for
of Man?
Mega Slam.
Yeah, huh?
It was last October, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And it's absolutely there's nothing to do on the Isle of Man. Don't know if you've ever been to the Isle of Man.
No, I haven't, no.
It's boss, but there's
Right.
nothing to do.
Okay.
So every year, Mega Slam go over for this one show,
Mhm.
and it's absolutely rammed.
Yeah.
But it's like there's over 1,000 people in this venue. The venue's massive,
Yeah.
but we've seen like more than 1,000 people in this place.
Jeez.
I did my entrance, and the whole song played twice. I still wasn't near the ring.
Oh my god.
Just got mobbed by everyone. It's so good. When everyone's so loud, I wrestled Sam Gradwell,
Yeah.
and then they had it that I beat him.
Mhm.
Then Julio Pedoza came out and attacked me.
Okay.
And then the main event was a battle royal, and the two left had an Extreme Rules match.
Oh wow.
So, as the story would go, me and Julio were the last two.
Amazing.
And then we had our little death match at the end that I wanted to call it, but Brad said, Dan, you can't call it a death match. And Dan, you can't be silly.
Sure. Oh man. Let's on that note, actually, you've had this on your social media. You've had this Dan's quest to become
Oh, God.
a deathmatch wrestler. Where does this come from? Where does this start?
I had a match at Coventry
Yeah.
where I called myself the king of a death match randomly. And then I can't remember which the first post I ever did about it. I think it was when I had a 8-man at Tidal. It was me. What's his name? Fuck.
Was it Jimmy Havoc?
That's the one.
Yeah, that guy who's synonymous with death matches.
Yeah, Jimmy Havoc, Dara, and
Yeah,
Sean
yeah.
Only.
Yeah,
versus Rampage, Jason Prime, HT Drake,
Mhm.
and the guy from Lion King. What's his name? I know his name's Wes. I can't remember what he wrestles as. It was
Okay.
those two
Okay.
in an 8-man elimination match, and I was under the impression that we're just having an 8-man tag match.
Right.
And then Jimmy Havoc just produces weapons from thin air.
I can imagine like Jimmy Havoc, like he wears that coat to the ring. I kind of imagine that to be like a TARDIS where he just carries around bags of broken glass and thumbtacks and about 5 steel chairs.
I can't remember the start of the match, but I think we did a jump start or something.
Right.
And next thing I know, Rampage is slamming Jimmy's head into the title championship belt, and okay, that's normal. The belt hasn't gone, maybe that's okay.
Yeah.
But Jimmy Havoc's just producing weapons from thin air. Turn around, he's got a frying pan. I ask him in the match, where did you get that? I said, don't know, mate.
Don't know, mate.
Ah.
Amazing. So the Isle of Man, you had that match. On the subject of matches, what would you say is? Which one am I going to do first? Okay, let's go. What would you say your worst match would be? Most people actually say go back to when they were first training. I know Bert, when we interviewed him, said it was one of his earlier matches, but I don't know.
You say it against me?
No, he didn't say.
Oh,
He
God.
didn't. But neither
I'll
Bert nor Kieran mentioned any names. You don't have to mention names.
Oh,
But
well, I'm going to mention Bear because I already did. I usually say for this, my best matches are against Bears, also my worst matches are against Bears.
okay. Well, the next question is, what are your best?
But,
What was your best?
There's
match?
just one match with Bert.
Yeah.
There's many matches with Bert.
Yeah.
When Bert hasn't got his head in the game, he is the worst wrestler I have ever heard of. But when he tries, he's one of the best wrestlers I've ever heard of.
Mm.
I say that like he's a pirate now.
You've ever heard of?
That's a subtle joke.
That was good. I took me a while to counter that.
There's this one where there's one in Coventry which was terrible, where I got injured in it,
Yeah.
and because I got injured, Bert just lost his head and forgot the rest of the match, and then just started messing up more and more and more, and I just wanted to die. And there's another one where he lost his head, and I lost my temper with him. We'll leave it at that.
Okay.
There's this the final spot. Like the match has just gone to hell.
Yeah.
The final spot is Lewis at ringside for some reason.
Fair enough.
For no reason, me and Lewis were managing each other that show, and we had Lewis to distract the ref. I was meant to hit the ring bell, or I distracted the ref and Lewis was, but the ring bell wasn't there. And then I go backstage and I'm like, oh, where did the ring bell go? And this ref just came up and said, oh, I moved it. So I lost my temper with a ref where I screamed at him. And then, because the refs are twins, I screamed at the wrong ref.
Oh no!
So I'm absolutely laying into this guy. Like, he's crying. And I'm like, oh, he's a complete dickhead. And then this other one said, oh yeah, I moved it. I went, oh, you twins, fuck. So I got that guy to relay what I said to him. I can't remember what I said.
Oh, that's brilliant. Fair enough. What would you say your best match has been?
This is a hard question now because I've had so many. I used to always say my match with Bert in the cage was because I've got memories of that.
Which I've seen, yeah.
Since then, I've done a lot more.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've been a busy motherfucker.
Yeah. Ones that I tend to send off to people, well, I don't send off, but like to brag about to my friends. I don't like bragging about wrestling much, but when I wrestled Nick Aldis for the NWA Heavyweight title, that match means a lot to me because that's something I never thought I'd do.
That was huge.
And I probably should have retired that day because it's not going to get any better. It's going to get a lot worse. But then, like a month later, I wrestled CJ Banks with a Megaslam belt, which I really liked that match as well.
Is that the one you won it on as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I wrestled in Manchester from someone from Liverpool, so no one liked me. And then I won, so everyone wanted to stab me.
Nice. Amazing. I feel like you may have already have answered this question, but who was your best and worst opponents? Does this also boil down to the same match?
Yeah.
Or does it boil down to...
Best is one of my favourite people to wrestle. I like wrestling CJ Banks. Phil Richards from commentary is one of my favourite people to wrestle.
Yeah.
I don't think he's actually had proper wrestling training.
Right.
But I always have really fun matches with him. It gets silly. Like, I wrestled him once and I went through a car window.
Oh, shit.
I get carried away. That's my main issue. I get carried away. I think things are a good idea, and car windows, I will actually say, is a good idea. I'd rather do that than bump.
Fair enough.
You get such a bigger reaction from less pain because bumping kills me now because I'm old. Car window didn't. That was cool.
My car window didn't. I remember one match we were. It was the last time I was down at CPW actually, and it was the one we had. They had a mix-up because I was supposed to be going down to ring announce, but I got there and like, oh, we've already got a ring announce, so I totally forgot we asked you. I was like, thanks Dale, that's nice. But they were like, but then you turn around and was like, oh, you just come out and manage me instead. I was like, yeah, that's cool. But it was in that match they had another car.
Oh,
and Phil put his arm through the window.
Bled heavily, didn't he?
Yeah, that was... Guy's a crazy guy.
He loves it.
He's a lovely man. But crazy guy.
He loves wrestling. He really does.
Absolutely.
You can tell how much he loves wrestling, just how much he'll talk about it. Was that sure T-Bone punched me in the face?
Potentially. T-Bone was there.
Oh yeah, T-Bone's in the crowd, and I was just like brawling in the crowd with Lewis. And I would go over to T-Bone because T-Bone's my friend. He punches me in the eye.
T-Bone's my...
Yeah.
Ow.
Me and T-Bone have a strange friendship. It's how he said hello.
So you're right, mate.
I think I just started a new job, but I think about a week I started a new job.
Yeah. And
they're like, oh, you're going to... I'm going to wrestle this weekend. I said, oh, you don't get hurt. I won't. Come in with a black eye.
Oh, blimey.
Other best opponents. El Ligero, I like wrestling.
Yep.
Lewis, Seth Skyline. He's probably one of my favourites. I've got a big list.
Yeah.
I'm actually struggling to name people because I've got such a large list.
Yeah. Oh, I can imagine once especially now you've been working Mega Slam, you're working so many more matches, you're wrestling different people. Mega Slam have got a huge roster and a very, very talented roster as well. So I would imagine that a lot of them do come from more recent times.
I do forget half of the things I do now just because brain damage, concussions and all that.
The head damage. In which case, let's...
worst opponents.
Worst opponents.
Oh God, I don't want to slate anyone, but I kind of do. Nah, I can't really think of anyone that really strikes out as a terrible opponent right now, except sometimes Bert. And I'm okay, just like Bert because he's my friend.
Yeah, that's
Bert is good. Let's just clarify, bet is good.
Yes,
sometimes.
he is.
Worst opponents? No, I can't really think of anyone off the top of my head.
Fair enough.
Or who's worth mentioning.
Yeah, that's a nicer way. I'm not sure if that's a nicer way of putting it or an even brutal way of saying it. But it's fair enough, man.
Acknowledge people. I mean,
fair enough. What would you define as someone who's a bad opponent?
Someone who doesn't listen, who wants to do it their way, even though it's wrong, and like, I'm going to try and give some examples. There's one guy I wrestled who, he was terrible. He hadn't been doing it that long, but he's adamant he needed to do these things in a match. I'm like, no you don't, they don't make any sense.
Right.
And then he just kind of kept going off in a huff. Like, you can't really work with someone like that.
Yeah, no, I can imagine.
So then I just went, right, we'll just call him a ring. He panicked and then just did what I said.
Well, that's one way to get what you want. Fair enough. Here's who is somebody on the UK scene that you really, really want to work with?
Wrestle most people now. Anyone I haven't wrestled? That'd be cool.
Is there anyone who's like...
I think it's people I haven't wrestled scare me because they're bigger than me. I like to say I like to wrestle Rampage, but he's massive. I don't like wrestling people bigger than me. Because it scares me.
How about someone like...
Give me some examples. Give me a list of people who think I would be good at wrestling.
Pete Dunne, first one.
I've always wanted to wrestle Pete.
With Pete Dunne. Can't believe the one Just Do show that Pete Dunne is on. And
He's done two.
And I wasn't. The two that Pete Dunne was on, and I wasn't there for either.
He was meant to do loads, but then he got really famous. And
yeah.
He sent me a really nice message and said he couldn't do them, and he really appreciated it.
What a nice guy.
Yeah.
I was really looking forward to meeting him at
he is lovely, Pete Dunne.
BWP, and then WWE pulled him out, so we got Trent Seven instead, who was also a really lovely guy.
I've never met him.
You know about Trent Seven? Trent Seven's a lovely
He has a good moustache on.
Trent Seven is another example. You ever wrestled Trent Seven?
No, I haven't, but I mean, I'll wrestle anyone. I mean, it's always a good experience to wrestle new people. You always learn something.
Yeah.
That's why I like learning new things off people. And that's what I like to do. You're always learning.
That's good. Now this one could potentially get... Now you can keep this as mild as you like. What's the best backstage / road trip story?
Okay, we've got a couple here. There's this one where... let's just do loads. Let's just do loads of these. The first one comes to head was... We're at this show and we don't have a toilet backstage.
Right.
And the backstage is about the size of this room we're in now. People can't see this room, can they?
It's relatively small.
Yeah, so let's just say, picture your living room, unless you live in a mansion. Just the size of your living room. We're not actually in my living room, my dining room. It's nice. It's also a sweatshop.
Context is good on this one.
But yeah, it's a small room, and they don't have a toilet backstage. They have a bucket.
Oh, God.
So, you can either piss in the bucket, or just like holding it in. So most of us are just like being civil people, not pissing in this bucket. And this guy's like, oh man, I need a shit. We're like, go out there and have a shit. He's like, no, kayfabe, I can't break it. But I need a shit. And I'm like, we're all like, go outside and just go. So he goes outside and gets toilet paper and comes back. So he's already broken kayfabe by going to get this toilet paper. He then drops trout and shits in this bucket in front of everyone. Oh, he's like laughing like this is funny. We're all like, no, it's not funny. Go get rid of that right now.
Oh, blimey.
That's a terrible one.
Oh, God. That mustn't have smelt nice either. Oh, jeez.
I've lost my trail of thought. I have loads of stories. I can't tell you about that story. That's bad.
Yeah, this is what I mean. I think most
of the time... one, I'll probably end up in trouble. I can't even tell you the lie about because someone will rebuffle it and tell the truth and then I'll be in trouble. What's the statute of limitations on stealing stuff?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it depends on the matter of time or if it's...
Let's talk about stealing stuff.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Sure, there's some good ones I can tell.
Was the one where Finn Balor stayed in your house?
Yeah, he stayed at my house. I mean, That's not really that interesting. He's a normal human being. The best ones are when weird people do weird stuff.
Yeah, it's true.
Rene Dupree was an experience.
No, I've heard some stories of Rene Dupree.
He's a lovely guy, bit erratic.
Fair enough.
Like,
just a bit erratic.
Yeah, you'll be like having a nice conversation, and then something will trigger him to get angry, and he'll punch something. Like what was it? We were driving down to Canberra, and I can't remember what triggered him, but he ended up. I've got this Kevin Owens thing hanging from my mirror because I just don't really like him, and he doesn't like him either. So he just sees it and punches it as hard as he can. Nearly goes through my window.
Fuck's sake!
Don't apologise.
It's about rational as you can get, really. Fair enough.
It's terrible that you can't. I've grown up now. I'm an adult. I can't tell half the stories.
Oh man! Well,
2016, Dan and Bert would have told you some boss stories.
Yes, you would have told me some stories, but I mean that's
now all grown up.
You've got to, you kind of got to like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
I
mean, you can censor yourself. You can just say, "Oh, this person did this and this person did that."
Did this person you, Dan?
No, fair enough. We'll move on to so we've covered you as a wrestler, but as we've mentioned just do as well, you were also a promoter for about two years, two and a half years.
Yeah.
What made you and Bert decide to start up Just Do?
It's a funny story because I didn't want to start Just Do.
Really?
Bert gets wacky ideas
Uh-huh.
and decided one day he's going to run a wrestling show.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, Dan, I want to run this wrestling show. I'm like, okay. I need you to help me a little bit. I was like, okay, whatever. And he's like, right, this is a card. And he brings out this card, and it was like me versus T-Bone, which I didn't really want to do. I love T-Bone, but he's massive and he intimidates me. Or he did back then. It was before we were like buddies.
Yeah.
I just saw T-Bone and I thought he was going to stab me. He isn't a crazy person. He's lovely.
Apparently, he's really, really like soft in the ring. I don't want to say soft in the ring.
It's not soft, but
no, soft is not the right word.
I won't touch him.
He's not as. What's the word I'm looking for? Stiff. That's the word.
Yeah, he won't touch you. He's one of the best people to work with.
Yeah.
I love T-Bone. He's one of my favourite people in and out of the ring.
Top guy.
Yeah, especially when he doesn't take it seriously and starts like doing chicken dances in the ring. Got a match with me and T-Bone where he just was Triple H. Just did the whole DX speech before the match.
Amazing.
It's good.
Amazing.
So where were we? Fast.
So yeah, so he showed you this card.
So he showed me this card, so it was like that. So I thought I would have liked to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of it was pretty terrible. Like I was shocked. Like
it's a pretty-average card.
It's the most offensive thing I've ever seen in my life. Like I mean, I've seen. Okay, I don't want you to have to edit anything, so I won't say that. But it's not prettier than that. It was like a train wreck. I was like, no, you can't do this. Right, I can't have my friend running this kind of atrocity 13 miles from my house. I was like, right, this is what we're going to do. So we rearranged the cards, we got it all good, and that was November 2014.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a successful show.
Yep.
I was 3 hours late to my own show.
Yeah, I think I was there before you were.
Yeah.
And I came from Leeds.
Yeah, that's another story.
So we're back from the break. So
yeah, Bert ran a show which I was late for.
And you were late for the show, your own show, which is interesting.
Yeah.
But there we go. So what would you say?
Oh, I've got loads to tell about this, Kieran. That's the segue.
Yeah, go on.
So after that, I never wanted to run another show again because actually it wasn't that stressful, but time constraints, it's hard to turn up on time to your own show when you're such a busy guy like I am.
Such a busy guy.
But then a couple months later, Bert was like, we need to do another show. I'm like, fuck! Okay.
Alright then.
So we went venue hunting. It's just an excuse to hang out. And then I didn't think we would do much of this. And then we got a venue, and then we decided, go on then, we'll do another show. It'll be fun. So we got the Windle Labour Club.
Yeah.
And when we went there, they said, right, you've got this big, massive room with like pool tables and TVs, and it sounded amazing. On the day, we didn't have that facilities.
Oh, no.
We had to erect a backstage area, which was...
You don't have to tell me about erecting the backstage area, sunshine. Half of that was my fucking idea.
Kieran built it with his own 2 hands until my friend Sean Marshall came and took over.
Yeah, Sean also saved a lot of
Yeah, so we built that. The whole show I had problems to begin with because...
Well, it's the early stages, isn't it? Everything's going to have teams.
It was going well till Future Shock at the time started pulling talent.
Yeah.
Which I understand why they did it. I mean, they don't want terrible shows running. But I wasn't going to run a terrible show. I made sure it wasn't a terrible show. I fixed Bert's ridiculous card. Where we probably would have had, like, fans pick their own stipulations and wrestlers on the day of the show.
Fuck.
That's not that ridiculous, but I can't go into ridiculousness because I can't remember half of it. But I remember looking at it going, what is this? So we lost like half our roster. So we lost T-Bone, we lost Zach.
Yeah. Didn't Sam Bailey turn around and just go,
Bailey,
fuck that,
yeah, basically, we had announced Sam Bailey and Sam Bailey said, I'm doing the show, just don't announce me. Sam Bailey's cool.
Yeah, what guy?
If I ever run the shows, Sam Bailey is getting booked in every show till I die. Because he is one of the coolest people ever. So Bubblegum messaged us and said, I heard you're having problems, I'll do the show. And I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
He's always been cool, Bubblegum. So the first show went well. And then the second one, we were like, okay, who do we get now? Because our roster, we wanted to expand our roster, make it a bit better, but we couldn't like get anyone who does Future Shock. I think GPW would be funny as well. Can't remember. No, we weren't. We were cool. But Future Shock were a bit weird. And then we got Pete Dunne on. Yeah. And Damien Dunne and Chris Brooks was meant to be on. Right. But he had Germany, so he pulled out. But then, like, the week of the show, I get a message from T-Bone saying, you got any spots for me? And then Zach was like, oh, you got any spots for me? Yeah. So then the Future Shock thing just died. Excellent. So we could just have who we wanted.
That's good. Excellent. What would you say was the best match you ever promoted for Just Do?
Oh, that's a good question. Give me time to think of this one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, your best match. I asked this to Kieran, and he was he took a while to think about it, but I can't remember what he said for Infinite. But yeah, this is the question that I was quite looking forward to putting to you.
Oh, don't know. I can't say ones that I'm in because that's just proper egotistical.
No, you could.
I liked the whole thing we did with me and Zach and Bert and Dave.
Yeah, they were some cool matches.
I like that just because I like the story behind it. Yeah. I like the table match.
That whole long storyline leading up to that tables match was boss.
Yeah. I would have liked to see what happened with Lana and Natalie because I enjoyed the storyline of that.
Yeah, that was going good.
I can't remember half the stuff we did. I would have liked to see the T-Bone Ashton Smith New Nation TLC match. We got cancelled before season 3, that's how I always say it. So we never got to see the TLC match with New Nation and
TLC, man. And also the women's tournament that you were building towards.
Yeah, which probably would have got decimated because half of them got signed to WWE, but the ones we're going to use.
Yeah, it was Tony.
So I think we could have probably still used Tony. I drew a short because I came up with the tournament on the day randomly. Yeah. Because Lizzie got injured and she needed something to do. Right. Even if you got injured, just I'd find you something to do. I mean, it's like health insurance. Yeah. Because I'm nice. So I was just like, okay, you can announce a women's tournament and we'll introduce women's belts. I'll make it work somehow. So then I was drawing up a list on what it cost her. I can't remember why I was going to Costa, but I was. I often disappeared on show days to do miscellaneous crap. Yeah. Which made me late for shows. But what was it? I had like Tony Storm, Nixon.
Oh yeah, Nixon Newell, sure.
Can't remember who else. Zaya probably was in it. Yeah. Lana, Natalie, Lizzie. Probably would have got Nightshade in because she's good people. Can't remember who the last one was. So now we could have done that quite easily.
Fair enough, yeah. Sounds like a pretty good roster.
No, I said it got decimated by WWE, it didn't.
No, not really.
Best match I ever promoted? Don't know. There's been so many good ones.
Fair enough. The one question, I mean, when I say we, I mean the majority of you close friends and myself included have been asking this for a while, so I'll ask it here right now. Will it ever return?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
All
Next
right.
week.
Don't say that. Say that.
Actually, I get bored at times. And I often just start tweeting on my Just Do account. Soon. Who was an over 18 show?
Oh, that got so many good. That's got such a good response.
I made up a mock poster. I was going to post it.
You're a bad man. Getting people's hopes up like that.
I would do it again, Well, the reason it ended was Bert didn't have enough time anymore because I worked full time at the time. I wrestle full time now, but at the time I worked full time and didn't really have much time to go postering or flyering. And I don't know, I just felt weird about Bert. Bert became a full time parent. He was already a parent, but
then it was
he has more parental responsibilities with Jess, and Jess is older now, so she notices if Bert's not there.
Yeah.
So it's just becoming an adult, so it's harder.
Fair enough.
But I was devastated when it had to end. But I'm over it now. But now I struggle to find like gaps in my calendar to actually have a show day.
Yeah.
Like my next, I had 2 weeks off because I had life stuff. I had to actually take time off from wrestling.
Yeah.
So I had 2 stag do's and I went to my friend's bodybuilding competition. So I had to actually take time out from wrestling.
Yeah.
To find a free weekend is so hard.
I can imagine when you're wrestling full time as well to try and run a promotion.
Yeah. Like during the week, I don't really do much. I go to the gym, eat my food.
Would you maybe do a show in the weekday then? If you could get the numbers.
My biggest fear is I don't mind losing money in a show because it doesn't bother me. Money is just an entity that exists to me.
Fair enough.
I'd hate to run a show that looks shit and go, oh, it's just shit. That would bother me more.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind like running a show and lose money as long as it looked good.
Fair enough.
Just never lost any money on a show except one.
Except one show.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And that was when the US dollar changed.
Oh. So is there any... actually, this is the one thing to round us off, is what are your goals, aspirations in wrestling, let's say within a year and then within 5?
To retire.
Within a year?
We're in tomorrow. I've had enough. I say this every year. I'm like, I've had enough. Like, I'll go through these peaks where wrestling's good, I'm really enjoying it, and then I have these drops where I'm like, nah, I need to quit, I'm sick of it. So hopefully
we're going to hit a peak again.
Hopefully, no, just see it through and just go, nah, I'm done.
Okay.
I still think I should have retired like 3 months ago.
Why'd you say that?
Finish it with what would be a better match than wrestling for the NWA heavyweight title?
Yeah, it's true, it's your last ever match.
Yeah, I mean, my last match is probably going to be, I don't know. I was actually debating it once. What will be my last ever match? What would I want it? And years, I was like, I want to wrestle Zach because he's like a friend.
Yeah.
He's been there since day one of wrestling. But I don't want that anymore. No, I don't want that. I really don't know anymore. Then it was like, oh, Bert. And then, no. Maybe Lewis? Well, then, no.
No.
I don't know. Maybe there'll be something that'll go, needs to be my last match.
Okay.
I don't know who or what. I want something that will be memorable to me.
Yeah.
Preferably in Liverpool. So that my friends and family could see me. But if not, maybe me out of the man because it's nice. But no, actual goals, I don't know. I want to go abroad somewhere.
Yeah.
But my problem is I can go to America. I've been offered to go to America. I can't fit it into my schedule.
Right.
And it'll be like 1 or 2 shows, my tour.
Yeah. Whereas
I'll be doing 3 or 4.
Yeah, so it's not viable.
And money isn't as good as over here. It's about the same, but trip to America does sound fun.
Yeah, it does sound nice.
I'd like to just time it where I've got 2 weeks off. I'll go to America for 2 weeks.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Hopefully something like that.
Yeah.
But actual goals.
Don't
know. I've achieved all my goals I actually set out to do.
Yeah.
Well, ish. To some degree of accuracy. Maybe get a tryout, I don't know.
Yeah.
I need to find something that I can end it on.
Okay. Something to just like, okay, that's that.
That's it.
That's that.
NWA Heavyweight Championship would be perfect. I have to keep going now.
Just keep going. Get another title shot. Wait for him to come back around.
I'll wrestle for the TNA World title. Maybe
fair enough. Is there no aspirations to appear on either WWE UK or World of Sport?
If they ask me to, I'll do it. I like one of those WWE UK contracts as long as I can still keep my business. Because if I did any form of actually getting signed to WWE, I'd have to take a pay cut.
Right.
In life.
Yeah.
Because my business brings in more money than I don't get paid at WWE.
Fair.
And then I could bump my wage up wrestling wise. I've got a UK contract.
Perks the job.
Double it, and then I can actually go, look, I'm a WWE wrestler, but while sitting at home and getting paid. See, that's a dream right there.
That's the dream. I wrestle for WWE, I get paid to wrestle.
Just imagine seeing WWE in your bank account, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty sick. Now, I think we've said before on one of our curtain to curtain episodes that all the three of us who do a few good marks that are actually involved in wrestling have all said that the WWE would be the end goal.
Really?
But it's like, it happens for some.
I don't really want to move out of England.
Yeah.
I don't really like my house that much, but I like living here. I like my gym.
Yeah.
I'm kind of settled.
That's fair.
And I hate wrestling with a passion.
Well, that's all the time we got.
No, I mean, I enjoy it. Wrestling's better when you're with your friends.
Yeah.
Traveling in the road together with your friends. Soon you start, take it too seriously. That's when it starts falling apart, when you get people, I don't know. When you're not with your friends, it's not as fun.
Okay.
I've done shows where I like Megaslam because I'm with my friends.
Yeah.
I get treated well. It's always fun. The shows are always well put together and well done. I've done shows where I get paid. Because right now, actually, let's not go into that because I'll probably have to cut that bit. Let's not go into the dilly dallies of how I negotiate life. But let's just cut that bit right out.
Okay.
But when I'm on shows where I'm not with my friends, it feels more like a job. And then you're around people who don't really care about you and don't want you there, and they're just waiting to take your spot. That's when it's not fun.
No, I can understand that. It does seem to be a lot more. Yeah, when even in the back, you can just tell an atmosphere when everyone does get along, and when there's no real friction between people. Like
that Infinite show we did a couple of weeks ago. That was so fun.
Yeah,
I got to hang out with my friends in the sun.
Yeah,
that was one of the days when I went, I enjoy wrestling. This is fun. But that's the best time is when you're with your friends. And if I went to WWE, I probably want to be with my friends and probably a load of people who are waiting to stab me in the back. A million miles from home, away from people I actually like. I don't like many people. I mean, people actually are horrible creatures.
Fair enough.
So I'd rather be here with my friends.
Yeah.
Doing what I enjoy in my life. I mean, today I'm getting paid to sit on my couch.
It's right. That's the truth.
I'm going to play 24 the game later and eat clean food.
It is right. Well, fair enough. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Dan. Best of luck with everything else. And that's all the time we've got time for on All the Time We've Got Time For.
I like that saying.
All the time we've got time for. That is all we've got time for on Marking Out today. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Official Wrestling on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Also, go and check out our website. There's going to be something on there at some point, I assume. And we will see you very soon. Thanks for listening. See you. Bye.